Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel as we draw close to the end of 2023. Christmas has passed and we now look forward to the new year 2024. I just wanted to share with you my little Christmas haul as was, and some thoughts around those videos which will follow in relation to some of those items, and just my thoughts initially around some projects I have in mind or continuation of projects for 2024. So first of all, in terms of things that I've now got on my desk to show you in future videos, the first one is board game The Heights of Alma, Hollandspiele, designed by Tom Russell. This is a relatively old game now, but one I've been watching for a while. I've seen a number of videos with some really good feedback around it, how it works. It's part of the Shot and Shell Battle series, which Hollandspiele ran on a few of their games. This one got particularly good attention, and what appealed to me is that it's also a crimeanwar entry, something that I don't have any games of myself. So looking forward to showing you an unboxing of that in due course. That's The Heights of Alma. Another Hollandspiele item I received was Mac&Lee. This is part of John Thiessen's American Civil War operational series, volume 2. I've got volume 1. I like these. I think they're very strategic games. This one appealed to me again because of what it concerned in terms of the commanders. And again, I hope to show you an unboxing of that. Both of these games were picked up by family members as part of the Second Chance Games end of year sale. And again, another couple of nice entries to my Hollandspiele games collection. I am a big fan of Hollandspiele and some of the military games in particular that they've put out over the years. Just before Christmas, my son's partner came to spend Christmas with us and had kindly arranged to pick up a game I'd ordered from a company in Poland. Because of delivery logistical issues, I had it sent to her home address in Poland. She kindly brought it over for me. This is Westerplatte 1939 from TSgames. It's predominantly in Polish. I do need to do some translation, but as you'll have seen from some of my other videos, I visited Westerplatte a few years ago, and it's a very, very interesting part of Polish history, a very interesting place to visit. It's been very well preserved, and seeing that there was a game out covering this action, for me it was something I needed to get my hands on. So that's one I hope to bring again in a future video once I've done a little bit of translation and worked out how it plays. There isn't too many rules in there, so I think it will be reasonably okay to translate. Some of the key tables, for example, are in English and Polish. It's only the main rule book, so something of a project there for me, but on a period and action that I'm very interested in as well. Reading material wise, I managed to get a copy of the Peninsula and 7 Days Battlefield Guide. I've got the Bull Run, first and second Bull Run Battlefield Guides. These are great little publications, printed in the States. They're quite hard to get here in the UK, but if you can, they're beautifully illustrated. They take you around the fields as if you're walking or driving around there, but they also give you the history, and I find them a really useful history resource, along with the Orbats of the forces fighting over the ground at the back as well. So these are really interesting little books. I haven't been fortunate enough to visit these fields in the States, but this for me is a really useful addition. And Seven Pines, for example, is a game at the club we've been looking to put on for a while now at a show. We've got all the forces together, so this will just again give some further research into that battle. Other reading material, again a book that's been out for a little while, one of the Hellion Wargame series, Waking the Bear, the Guide to Wargaming the Great Northern War and the Turkish Campaign 1700-1721, from Mark Sherwood. I love this series of books. I've got several of the Wargames books. These are beautifully presented and illustrated, and the Great North War has always had a fond part, a fond fondness on my part. It's an area that I already had existing Polish and Swedish forces for, and a number of others that I'm working on as well. So for me, a nice book, a little bit of reading material. Yeah, there's quite a lot in here that I already know, to be fair, but it's still a really useful addition to my library on the Great North War. Excuse me. Finally, a very recent release, Bushidan, again part of the Hellion Wargame series, miniature rules for small unit warfare in Japan, 1543 to 1615. Looking forward to looking at this from Paul Kidd. I'm a big Japan sort of samurai fan, and apologise, his name's Paulie Kidd, not Paul Kidd. Apologies, Paulie, I missed that completely. This looks really interesting, again beautifully presented, very nice font size, easy to read, lots of lovely pictures. Looking forward to having a look through that, and seeing how I can use that or adapt that to figures that I already have, or maybe, just maybe, another project to come in due course. So they were the things I was very fortunate to receive. In terms of thoughts around 2024, the continuation of my 10mm Italian Wars Spanish force. I've just completed the arquebuses to go with my tertios, and looking forward to now getting into painting some of the other types of units, such as the horse units, etc. Alongside that, I'm contemplating a rebasing project of my Great North War forces, and I continue to want to get started with some of my Napoleonic armies that I've got to paint in 6mm, and also my 2mm American Civil War project, and hopefully alongside that, as and when time permits, I will continue to do some of my Greek mythology type forces for Gods and Mortals, and also some more never mind the Bill Hooks War of the Roses adaptions and rebasing projects in the background as well. So plenty to keep me busy, alongside obviously trying to get some of my board games played and some of my existing ones played also. But hopefully that's just giving you an insight into my thoughts, my plans for the new year, and some of the videos you might look to see coming from the channel in due course. But thanks for watching. Have a great new year and look forward to seeing you all soon.